because it hadn't quite done that yet. Right, okay. There we go.
Heads.
Twitch's dashboard does take a minute sometimes to catch up, so...
I think I go first.
Okay. Actually, have a good time. No, hold on. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. Oh.
Patch of metal. Quick ball discarding Marnie. Grab the dog. Oh right, I forgot to do this. Hang on.
It's alright, it's alright. Fair dues.
Just gonna double check that's shuffled. Intrepid Sword. Do I have to reveal
You
these?
don't have to
No, you
reveal,
don't.
it's a straight draw. Yeah.
You just draw, but you check each one. So I normally do that. Keep them separate. I draw to a step. I normally cut top, search for metals, then draw them.
Yeah, there's a metal.
It has to go on the Zacian. Or you can put it in hand if you want.
Well, it says and attach. It doesn't say you may attach.
You can attach any number.
Oh.
So you can just attach 0. You can just.
No, I think I will attach the one.
Okay. And yeah, I think I bricked here.
I know.
Still kind of play the game, but do this. Attach a. Put its item down. Place down Jinx. Retreat. That puts 2 damage counters on me. From Spike Muff. Put another one on with Spite. And pass.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what Jinx does.
Yep. In the active, it is generally It is generally a sacrifice. It is.
Yeah.
Tag call. Let's see if there's anything I would like to grab here. That would be good. That would be good. I think grab one of those.
Never feels good to end up not being able to play the supporter when you go second with the stuff, really, but...
Yeah, like that. Don't even get my consistency card out either, or the basics. Like, it's just a brick.
Yeah. It's just, it's tough, isn't it, really?
Target metal. And we'll play the Guzmahala, discarding Mallow and Lana, and Stealthy Hood.
Because it's like you'd want to play more supporters, but then what are you drawing with the supporters in the end, right? We get back to the Gen 3, Gen 4 sort of bit where it's just like, you know...
I guess more complicated with support mons, because that draw up to.
Uh-huh.
You don't want hand clog for them.
Yep.
So there's no stadium, but there's a tool and a special energy.
Okay, so my spike gets to stay up, I guess. Yay.
Yeah, it's more or less it, isn't it?
So we'll get our goggles and our coating metal energy. And I guess we'll just full metal wall GX.
Okay. Well, the other thing, so I remember it exists. Roll. Waste your time.
We're at -1,000,000. Yep.
Yeah, we're just not.
This is gonna be funny.
Oh.
Yeah. 3 switches. Why? Why so many switch?
Yeah. Come on, at the end of the go to break.
Yeah.
I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Okay, fine. See what they're supposed to try and find. That
Bomb guys is a good thing.
Yeah, this is one of the new guys in Vivid Voltage, and oh boy, is it good.
They can print good single prize cards when they want to.
Yeah,
They just don't.
okay. Got my
this guy is so good that they printed a
This guy
30
goes
hit.
down.
They printed a 30 HP version of it, and it did actually win the last two tournaments these last couple of weeks. So
And that was an attack as well. That's worse than this.
yeah,
I'm about to
technically,
demonstrate.
technically it is worse. Yeah.
I mean, this is technically an attack.
Yeah.
Your turn does end when you use it.
There's a pretty key difference that I can do it on my first turn going first. Quick ball.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's the catch, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, what is switching going?
That said, you would be extremely sad if a Klefki was in the active position right now, just saying. Or Floodamate.
Oh, it locks abilities, does it?
Yeah. Whilst it's active, yeah. Or like Floodamane specifically locks the opposing active's ability, so you know.
Yeah. Pampy?
Yep.
One of these days we'll get it right.
Do we have a memory thing in format?
There's the capsule that's in the tool card that's in this set actually.
That could be reasonable.
So I'm going to raw energy discard Rosa. 2. Bench a second Snorlax. Build Spite. And Gorman dies for 6.
Yep.
Yeah, the capsule is designed to work with the Gen 1 evolutions in this set, which lock abilities of the types they're typically super effective against. You know, Flareon to grass, Vaporeon to fire, Jolteon to water. One of them will see play.
That's a metal energy and Marnie.
Yeah.
Intrepid Sword.
Okay.
Still pretty spooky.
Yeah. Come on. Yes. Good. Let's get the ultimate. This Donphan goes down for sure.
Yep.
I probably just playing that, so.
God.
So in that case, I Spiritomb, put an energy on it. Research. This got a Panpy.
Again,
Yep.
one day we'll get it right. Although at this point I wouldn't be surprised if you just do it on purpose, but you know.
Spite is a very powerful motivator.
True.
As we see right here.
It's
Game
getting
of
built.
Duffers on the spike buff.
It's getting
Built
built, that's for
spike.
sure.
Built spite.
Just want to see 50.
Yeah, plus 50.
Great ball.
Yep.
We did lose the previous tool that Spiritomb used to up its damage by 60
Yeah.
when it was in Crisis, so...
That also increased its health, right?
No, it doesn't actually. It's just 60
Oh.
damage, 60 more damage if you're at 30 HP or less. But
I think it was plus health as well.
I mean, maybe fighting Fury
Which
Battle
you
is
think?
something you'd be thinking of. It.
Move
Yep.
the counter over here.
Slide to the left.
Yep.
Quick ball. All discard Marnie. Check my deck. There's probably a fail search. Be put down Spike Muff, and Gorman dies for 6.
Maybe a bit aggressive getting rid of the Marnie, but we'll see.
We'll attach a metal. Marnie again. I could have researched, but I don't want to research that hand.
Totally fair.
Yep.
Quick ball, discarding Zacian. LucMetal.
So many steely boys.
We've already attached for turn, so we'll just Breed a Blade.
Yep. Roll that down. Donphan goes up. Raw energy discarding Pokémon. Money.
Oh, you're playing Marnie? Yep.
Yep, that's a Marnie.
Yeah,
Just
I
probably
can't Pokémon the Marnie, if that's what you're thinking.
that would be funny. It's got a more peckle on it, clearly it's a Pokemon, you know.
Another Spiritomb.
Yep.
Build my spikes. Jinx this over. Someone. Already burnt several Marnie, haven't you? Yeah, 2 Marnie down, so...
I don't know where the I guess it was just hitting the button accidentally on the thing. Is you ended up detaching your energy, so that's why I just put it back.
Yeah. I'll just think about if I should do something. Yeah, probably should. Pokémon, a Snorlax.
Yep.
And got new.
Which sadly does not protect yourself. I know you kind of don't want it to here, but...
And time to shake things up. Earthquake.
Inexplicably
I'm
not getting the
so
KO.
glad you did that.
How did I not know to kill a Zacian V?
Congratulations, you killed your Spiritomb.
Yeah.
Crushing Hammer.
Now, as it currently stands, we can't attack this turn, right, with Zacian, so...
Correct.
Yeah.
Where's the hammer going?
That is what I need to think of. On the one hand, I'm sort of fine with you damaging your own board right now. On the other, do I want to let this thing start to get nuclear? But I think either way, I'm dying next turn if I don't get rid of this Donphan's energy. This way you have to work a bit more for it.
Okay.
Coating metal energy. Quick ball, discard stealthy hood.
I think it seems reasonable discarding off the Donphan at the moment anyway, based on the energy types and stuff that we've seen.
I did notice it was on Aurora energy.
Yeah, it's like 2 Aurora have gone, there's a basic Dark down as well, so it's like...
And what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this Intrepid Sword.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. Just make sure.
Just in case you didn't shuffle, yeah.
There's no thingy in play, is there? So it's 3 counters ridiculous with Spiritomb.
So I figured this way you have to either get an Aurora Energy or switch.
Yeah, very reasonable.
Yeah.
Quick ball, discard Moo. Number 2. KO, sort of. Build. I'm gonna build Spike here. Build Spike here. Move 1 from the Jinx over to here. Because I have the switch.
Yep, that's fine.
And that is a KO with 3 counters, I believe.
Yep.
Spike Myth damages the Donphan as well, of course.
Oh yeah.
That's why I've put it there.
Yeah, thank you.
Metal Saucer. I don't even think I GX attack right now.
It's the funny thing about being against this deck, isn't it?
Because realistically, you need way too many damage counters for you to get reasonably on any one of these in one turn. Steel Fist.
Okay.
Alright,
There we
prize
go.
gets taken.
Yep, yep. So I think I'll switch in because this is a trick. No, cancel. That's fine. Ball here onto the prize race, so I'm gonna have to go in. Okay, rewarded. Attach Hiding Darkness. Build Spy. Build Spy.
This is 130.
Move off the Jinx onto active.
160.
Actually, hang on, the dude. Yeah, actually, I don't think I can afford the hold, so I'm gonna have to Marling. Actually, yeah. I was thinking, I almost didn't, but I just looked at the way my hand was actually. It's like, no, if I do that, I'm not actually going to be able to do much with it.
Mm-hmm.
Keep kicking. Grey Ball. Take Snorlax. And now do the damage.
Yep. Metal Saucer.
It's still a respectable amount, isn't it, for what this thing actually is, but yeah, a bit of a shame we couldn't go further with it, huh?
Not seeing my capes, apart from the one that got scrapped, is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
switch.
This takes 2.
Brave Blade.
Yep, just keeping the damage in check from Spike Missile, obviously, so that's why the Lucario is now at 180 instead.
Roll.
That raises a question. If I Mallow and Lana, is the damage put on before or after?
You fully resolve the effect of the card that's going on, right? So you'd have to heal and then take 20, right?
Just making sure.
I'm pretty sure that's how it would be, because I'm sure, like, I don't think we've ever really seen a circumstance where a card can, like, do something in the middle of something else actually, like, concluding, right?
No worries,
resolving,
just making
yeah.
sure.
I'm just trying to get any groups need to win from here.
Yeah, this seems like a really bad position for you.
Feels back just 50. I think it's probably can't. I'll go for it, but I don't think I can. It's like let's go to here. Just another mistake I did, but because I'm actually gonna have to just try and research and pray. Then miss.
There were basic fighting energy in the deck as well.
Okay, but I couldn't have known that.
No. I'm just seeing it now. It's like, yeah, there are basic fightings in there too. I think you were still right to remove the energy you did because of the ones that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
At the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Needed boss in hand there that turn, really. It's probably a mistake to Marnie, but it's like if I didn't Marnie, I wouldn't have an attach. Is the problem? Reliably is the problem.
You needed a lot of things there, I think.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, is there a second Jinx in this deck? That's the first thing that would have been... Yeah, oh, it's there, right, yeah. Because that's the first thing, is like, I was thinking, okay, we probably need 2 Jinx down here so we can shift the damage properly over to the thing. We'd need 7 damage counters on this turn, standard chance, right?
Yeah, there's no way against 7 without more double switching with Spike Muff.
Yeah, because if you could have gotten 7 and gotten the one-shot on the Zacian, then maybe, given the damage you'd already done to the LucMetal, you might have been able to put a pincer spot on, right? But there's
yeah, that was the plan there at the end.
Yeah.
It would have to be kill Zacian, then Donphan down the last guy.
You
Yeah.
did manage to Marnie me out of my tag call. I was absolutely going to be gunning for a Mallow and Lana.
Yeah.
This build is quite experimental. It's different from the builds at the topping, because I wanted to be on Gorman dice to stay totally one prizer. Lessons learned during testing that it's very annoying to try and win prize trades in this format. Because yeah, the people are boss, but what are you bossing up?
Yeah.
If there's nothing but one prizes.
That's fair, yep. Because what would be the alternative one?
Which is another experimental bit here. If I'm dying a lot, Rose is good. Black market it doesn't say basic on darkness. So
Sure doesn't.
Play with these guys.
Yeah, so your
But
Spiritombs can give up no prizes if they've got the attacking energy no matter what type they are.
Yeah, that was the other potential way out, but it's like just gets bumped. Well, I say it just gets bumped, but with what in this deck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is it's weird, isn't it? There's no.
Like, I assume there was a bump in the prizes the way you goose my hard for nothing. Like,
That's
okay,
what I assumed.
we'll stage him in the prizes.
You'd think a singular swell would just be in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just these random shit like this and the Wild Wonder Lab. That can't be fun for this.
Yeah, it would be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? You've got enough energy, so like you'd probably be like mostly fine. But yeah, Wonder Lab is irritating if nothing else.
Yeah. playing that through, I don't think the spike was what pulled their way. It was an experiment based on later builds, but they have rope. Which is when Donphan gets got from this kind of build for sure.
True,
yeah. More rope, 3 Bird Keeper, and start really going in with it there.
That makes sense, yeah. Uh-huh.
But right now, I don't think it's quite there. Just the way that game went.
Oh, well.
So yeah, that did get dropped for something, not sure what.
So what was the alternative here? Was it just like Crobats, etc., or was it like Silvally?
Yeah, the main builds were like Crobat, Deaders, Eldegoss, and Oricorio.
Fair
I
enough,
suppose with
yeah.
this, Crobat can be a one-prizer.
Yeah, it's
This
just a shame it doesn't do much. I mean,
Yeah.
we have the VMAX, but good luck getting free energy to do 180 in this build, right?
And yeah, attaching energy to a Crobat just to lower a prize is probably not where you want to be.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if we had Dark Patch.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so funny hearing that and being like, for the longest time in its reprint, Dark Patch didn't do anything, right? Like, it was basically just non-existent for so many decks for so long. It's weird, given history of it. I guess Aqua Patch was similar, mind you, wasn't it? Because the water decks weren't the greatest in Gen 7, and I think likewise the dark decks, they were only mostly used because of a certain purple card we will see later on, right?
Yep. The other thing, obviously, I went down to 3/3 Donphan because I realized this guy was just an opener, really, to help set up damage on the Spiritombs.
Yeah.
So, I don't need that much of this guy.
Fair.
That's why the energy base is heavily dark leaning.
I think this could be scary if you ran the memory capsule.
The problem is how you're getting 2 attaches on this. It's a 1 prize in a fighting. There's no excel for this.
Yeah.
I would say it's at least a reasonably fat one-prizer, but
150.
It's not the worst idea in the world, but I don't think it's worth running actual support for it for.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it? Because it's like, yeah, it is big, don't get me wrong, but like 150 isn't where it used to be with this, is it? It's like 150 feels like a minimum that you tend to hit, and you can't toughness it, right?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Toughness is basic only, so I can't do that.
Uh-huh. Where's our bodybuilding dumbbells, man? I mean, it is a 4 retreat, right? You could technically bump that. you just charm, right? But like, you know, big charm take it to 180 is like, I guess. Realistically, you need the extra output. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all there is to say. The other builds run 2 great catch-up. I thought that was overkill. Because like, most people only run 1 Deaders, and what else am I dragging in? Like, I do think it's important enough to drag in Deaders to run this, because that's part of how this deck wins, and why this matchup sucks, is that you have nothing for me to drag in for 3 kills.
True.
this deck can also just say no you to certain decks.
Yeah, because like I said it at the time, it's like the Zamazenta would get good later on with this stuff, and I mean, hey, it pretty much dumpsters all the decks I'd be looking at this time round, right? So,
I'm pretty sure,
you know,
looking the decks up, I'm pretty sure some variant of this is best deck in format right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking at it.
Yeah.
This is the first place list.
No meme sword, I see.
No.
Because that's really what we needed here, right? Yeah, the massive prevalence of this lot dunks the Orbeetle stuff, which is unfortunate for, you know, the enjoyers of that deck.
Stealthy Hoods is something that's there to try and beat the Giratinas that are in the fire decks to beat coating energy.
Yeah.
What are you doing against Full Metal Wall, Goggles, and Coating Energy?
What a lot!
You're almost heat-proof at that point, except not really, because that's a different card. Which is also very funny still, but you know.
If I play that game, despite having a fairly slow start, I managed to keep Full Metal Wall off, which
it didn't seem necessary to use it.
Yeah, by the sort of point it came up, it's like, well, I mean, you'd already gotten a hit on LucMetal, right? If there wasn't any damage on this, then I think you probably
Yeah,
could have still done it even with the whole like Spiritomb being active and whatnot. But because you'd already taken the 160, it's like if you use it, you're giving up the prizes, right? Because attached to
I would
active
just
is still a thing. So
deal
yeah,
with the problem that's in front of me right now.
yeah, more or less.
Well, I
So
think that's enough talk about this stuff, I think.
yeah, that's reasonable enough.
There's a couple.
Alrighty then. Which one have I got? That's where I've got that. Okay. I suppose. Well, I mean, we also have a slightly experimental take on one, right? So I might as well bring a thing out. And where are we here? That'll do.
You want this game, Si, or
Go ahead. We have noticed a trend after all.
Oh, that was just something that I spotted. Going, oh, that's kind of funny actually. In the end, you know, we've still been doing just as much in terms of like time and everything for it, but we haven't had as many games recently with this stuff, and I'm curious as to why that is. But you know, like we've had 2, maybe 3 at most. We had episodes before where it's like, you know, 4 games in an hour and
I think
20
the
or
games
whatever.
are a bit longer.
They feel it, don't they? Maybe it's just
Yeah.
because of all the gigantic stuff going around at the moment that not every game is just one shot every turn, right? So
And a lot of the decks can function mostly behind their not as great starts.
yeah. Alrighty, let's see.
heads? Yeah, on my end, I'm a new pack week into trying to force Mad Party into. I'll go first.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. I'm not. Again, there's no shaded ending because there's been a couple of games I've only had one. Welp, nothing there.
I want to mull this, but I can't.
I figure knowing, I know we sort of played this in like a test matchup before, but knowing what my other deck is here, I didn't really have much of a choice if I was playing you right now. So, you know, we do what we must. Yeah, I can understand why you would want to mull that. I mean, not much to do, eh?
Well, I have a PCOM.
Okay.
I think what to do with it.
Shot in the dark, shuffle a Pokemon back into the deck.
I shuffled. I want to touch his turns. Oh. Yeah, I shuffled the VMAX back in. I'll do
Okay.
this once I look at prizes. Once I look at my prizing. I've got search bug.
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, okay, better. Correct.
It's a rabbit.
Yep, go for the Cinderace V. Attach, and pass it back to you.
Okay, we will draw. Could be better. Alright, let's go for a new card, the Donphan. So we see the top 5. One goes back to the top of the deck, and then the others happen to go back into the deck as a shuffle. And I'm not a massive fan of like any of them that way, but you know, I guess that's probably fine in this spot. Let's do that. Shuffle. The Guru, of course, can place one on top to get that card, so we'll place that to get our draw. So that goes back on top. It is the amazing rare Archie, so we'll throw that down. Again, new cards. We'll switch to it because it has to be active for it to do its thing. Thing is, I don't know if I want it to do its thing first, or because I know obviously the other card on top. So as much as it pains me to do it, I think I'm gonna Marnie first here.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that might have saved his life. That might have saved.
So we can do that. Not looking amazing, I'll tell you that. We'll use the Rachi, so it looks at the top two. One goes to hand, the other goes to the top of the deck, which is also not great still. Yeah, I think I'm just fucked on this at the moment, good lord. Alright. Now what? Jesus, this is not how you want to draw this up. So I know the next card too, which is not helpful. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I could have drawn up a worse hand to have here. I think we go attach. I'm trying to see if there's like any way of getting anywhere with this right now. It's not looking great knowing what else is there. Obviously this being weak to fire doesn't necessarily help either, but I mean, yeah, it's welder plus attach is the thing. Yeah, fuck, this is so bad. I think I have to pay the retreat, but yeah, this guy's gonna have to go back active anyway. Pay the retreat switch so that I can Crobat for free because I really need more to see deeper into the deck here. Well, that helps at the very least. We do get Coleman, so he's coming down. And right, here's the spice. It would be probably nice to try and discard that energy right now, but I've shoved this in the deck instead because this seems more fun. Aha! So we could accelerate that energy back. I noticed last time how annoying it was with energy attaches, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this instead and see if this does anything. So yeah, that's yeah, I think that's my turn. Go ahead.
Okay.
So far, we're at 100% success rate.
Yeah, I know, right?
Draw that redefine my turn for 50. Draws that was. Half.
Yep.
Discard Cinderace for half.
Mm-hmm.
Well off the top because it's me.
Yep. That makes sense.
Quick ball discard for Canyon.
Yep.
Ball.
Yep.
Quick ball discard fire. Throw back.
Fair. Yep.
Switch.
Yep.
Throw back for 6.
Mm-hmm.
Evo Incense. This is my VMAX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually bomb in here. No, I shouldn't do that. And yeah, Max Powerball. Send the Dratch into the back of the net. Again.
Straight to the freaking Shadow Realm with that thing. Alright, let's go. Ah, boy.
Reminds you of that one gif of Cinderace kicking the Togepi.
Okay, it's not amazing, but I do think I have at least something that's worth doing here, but the main problem is just going to be dealing with all the repercussions of it, I guess. I know what I want to do, but I also don't know if I can afford to do it right now, given the board state and what I've already had to go through. I tell you, playing 2 Switch on the first turn does not feel good. Because that is a bit of a sticking point for where we go from here. Okay, regrettably this always has to go first. We're going to use the Guru. That's got to go there. Right, can't do much with that this turn, but that's fine. We have that. I have the VMAX, so like that's fine. The problem is I don't have another attach, which is what makes this difficult. I'm just trying to think where it's got to go from here in order to make this work. I think we might have to boss up a Crobat here. So let's do that.
Preference or
that one looked at me funny. And yeah, as you can imagine, the reason I don't have an energy to attach is because it's on top of the deck instead. So we will Eruption Shot, discard the top of my deck. It is an energy, so it does 130 with weakness, gets the KO, and I attach the energy. You can see where the difficulty lies here, because I really wanted the damage on this, but I think I needed to take the prizes here in order to actually do anything long term. So it's difficult.
One of those funny draw just redefined my turn again type draws.
Yeah. And again, there's like, I wanted to get rid of this too, but I think I needed more than one prize there as well, because I think that's the only way I'm actually taking this. So again, kind of tough.
Discard Cinderace for half.
It's the second time you've done that, yeah, so, okay. I know there's, like, Ordinary Rod, right, but, just to,
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
for
the people, like, I trust you, but, yeah.
Both ones in hand.
Mm-hmm.
We weld to it.
There it is.
Catch fire. Powerball for 117 burn.
Yep, which is 190 with the burn effect. And then we flip. I do recover the burn, so I guess there is that going for it. I don't think it's going to matter considering I couldn't get the reduction first, but you know, it is fine. Okay. This is where it gets weird now, because now it's like... The problem with the coal is that it can only attach to itself, right? So it is just going to kind of swallow up a thing if I so choose, which is not where we want to be, admittedly. I have like the weirdest fucking hand here, and I don't know what to do with it. It is so annoyingly like nothing, but also possibly a ton depending on how it works out. And I know what I don't want to do as well is, but I think I might have to, is this thing. Just being like, I really want to save that because it would be very useful, but I don't think that's an option, is the problem. I mean, I haven't used any quit balls or anything yet, right? So, no. So there's a good chance I can get it back. Alright, here's why I didn't want to have to take prizes that way last turn. I'm going to peek on the Surf Edged. I had it in hand. I was looking at it going, I can probably finagle a two-shot if I can keep the energy around, but I didn't have enough cards in hand. Right, I needed to take some prizes for it to actually happen. So, sadly, was not really a good option there. Okay, well I know that's in, which is awkward. The problem now is just trying to find something that I can use in order to like keep playing here. Because that is going to be a pain in the ass. I mean, I know I want to take the other Guru, but I think it makes sense just to take the VMAX. But I'm sort of pigeonholing a little bit if I do. I don't remember if this deck plays like the other option. It might be in here. I think I do have to take the VMAX, but I'm not evolving straight away here. I'm going to... I think I do have to do that, unfortunately. I'm going to use the Guru here to do that. Oh, very fucking funny. That literally does nothing. That's so annoying. Alright, well... I guess we just have to go for it anyway, but that doesn't feel good at all. What else can I even do though, is the problem. Do that to get it away and then fish one more guy out. Also feels kind of bad. Do that. Get the other one, shove. Yeah, none of it feels remotely good here. That's just not gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to put it down, get the energy down on it. Again, it doesn't really feel good here, but at the very least I'm hitting the 130, I think, right? Because what did I Guru last or did I Pecom first? I don't even remember. Whatever. Yeah, it is. I did Pecom like before putting the energy. So we are just gonna do eruption shot. We're gonna hit for the 130 here. Really doesn't feel good with the spot we're in, but it's not much you can do sometimes.
Okay. You're on 140 health, so no stones in play. We get to do a cheeky Bird Keeper.
Yeah. Just you wait. I'll bounce that and I'll kill him in one go anyway. Just you wait. Literally, if I got Surf Edged, I would, right? If I had cards in hand to actually do anything worth a damn.
Adventure Sobble. Vitality Band on the bench. Yeah, they didn't do anything else. They're just going to take my free prize KO.
Yeah. We'll draw. Okay, well, I mean, that's at least something. Alright, I was going to do this later, but it works now anyway. Turbo Patch. Aha. Obviously, it can't go to the VMAX, that's why there was a deliberation of, do I even evolve this here, right? But, yeah, no, it's fine, because we can do that. And then I have Marnie as the top deck, so thankfully we can do something here. That's... Wow. Do something might be a slightly strong way of putting it, but, like, we can at least attack, so there is that. Trying to think if there's any point in even benching that. I think there actually is, because, like, realistically I'm kind of where I'm at with this anyway. So we'll put the Coalossal down. I'll use the Guru for that. That to hand. Ah, that's kind of funny. I mean, that's pressure, but at the same time, like... No, damage reduction is damage reduction. We're going to put the Stone Fighting down, and then the Eruption Shot is actually going to hit another Stone Fighting, so... Still 130. Damage is now reduced by 40 on this guy, so there's at least that.
Well, okay. We are weldering to the Crobat.
Yep. Hey, I turbo patched to a Crobat. I can't talk, can I?
That's polish for being too bloody. Yeah, that's polish of passivity. So.
Looking at the way this game has gone so far, I'm pretty sure if I had Crushing Hammers instead, even with 2 heads, this would have done absolutely nothing in this spot, so I'm kind of already glad that I switched here for this game.
Yeah. Free retreat out because field running.
Yep.
Field runner.
Yep, there's a stadium in place and no retreat cost.
And yeah, do the Powerball.
130, then the burn takes it to 150. We do recover. I'm sorry, I'm sacking you on the coin flips this time round. Doesn't usually happen, right? But yeah, we will recover our burn status there. So we'll draw. Rotom Phone. Would you believe me if I told you we did not find an energy out of that? Shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh god. Okay. There are options. Just I was supposed to find an energy. Dang it. Oh wait, no, it's 160, isn't it? Because of the band, right? I forgot about that. I'll fix that in a sec because I'm in deck search at the moment. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you do it. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the vitality band. So, I mean, still have 170, so I don't think it's crisis mode on that yet, but it's still good to note. What the hell do I take here? Normally it would be a stadium bounce, would be the obvious thing, but you've already got set up, so, like, what's that even doing at this point, right? You've got all the energy on board you need, so I don't need to worry even about that. I mean, this guy's kind of cool. Need to find the appropriate bit for it. Yeah, it's probably fine. So that will get shuffled back in. That's going to get drawn with the Guru. We'll place that, so we'll get the Sirfetch'd down. I think it's probably fine at this point. I don't think you can actually do 210 in one go anyway, even if I don't get an energy on it, so there's that. We've got another VMAX, and then I'm going to research as the last card. Get our draw. There we go, that's what we needed. I got a couple of ways of doing it then. Okay, so this guy's getting reduced by 40, so you need, once again, it's 210 is the sort of mark here, right? So it's like, how likely are you able to do that? I'm going to say probably not that likely. I'm going to shove Air Balloon down here on the Guru because it just makes sense to at the moment, I think. Yeah, let's make it a little bit harder. We're going to put a third Stone Finding down on here. I'm going to Rotom Phone, see if I can pick up something good for next turn. Yeah, that's probably fine then. Go back to that. Grab that. That to there. That to there. Board state dictates I probably don't need this anyway, so I'm gonna bounce the Stadium just to force one more like weird thing potentially. Doesn't stop you having 0 retreat on this because it's any Stadium, but it doesn't matter too much anyway. And we will G-Max Boulder for 240 damage here.
Okay. Blizzile, one time. Blizzile, thank fuck. Okay.
Right, yep.
Blizzile. Blizzile. Do you want to search the deck? I do. Yeah, but it's going to be Blizzile for this, for this.
Oh yeah, because you've just got
Blizzile.
You've just got boss. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, I knew I had it. It was in the prizes the whole time. I needed that. Like there was that really awkward turn. I could have gone so much further with a bit there.
Well,
Lucky.
I was annoyed if I didn't get that, to be honest, because I was holding my Drizziles back. Because like, okay, I don't actually need a Drizzile for anything. I had 2 boss in that Marnie hand, so it's like I literally don't need anything right now. So I'm just gonna hold this Drizzile for consistency. And then when I need it, I find an Inteleon with no Drizziles.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing I could have done about that, obviously.
Of course, I never played boss earlier, so its Eldegoss never came in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used the Bird Keeper instead because, well, I didn't need the boss. I was going to kill what was in front of me.
Yeah.
Pretty awkward how that turned out.
Yeah, obviously the turbo patches were a bit lucky, but going second, having a brick in the middle of the game, like I was just completely dead on that anyway.
I
so
don't know that was.
I lost to factors outside of my control, and realistically, I don't like. This is another one of those cases. We have played this before, and it was pretty close beforehand anyway. Realistically, though, I don't think I lost to this. Is the thing. Because I didn't have a supporter in the middle of the game, right? We still played the 4 Marnie 4 research. I didn't have this because it was in prizes, didn't have one of these because it was in prizes, had to do this for free early on in the game. Like, I had nothing, right? So,
yeah.
I lost to luck, not to the actual deck, unfortunately. I don't even think I could have done better by attacking this guy first, because again, I was 2 cards shorter at that point. The cards I drew were like an energy plus turbo patch, I think, off of the prizes. So I think I needed those as well in order to actually try and go anywhere the turn after. There was no realistic way I could have possibly gotten the Meteor Assault, or Meteor Smash the turn after anyway. Meteor Assault, I think, is the baby one, whatever. I couldn't have gotten the attack on Sirfetch'd the turn after regardless, because I had to double switch on turn 1 just to try and go anywhere, right? So, yeah, I think to say I got unlucky with that a little bit is an understatement. Ultimately, I don't even think I mean, did the turbo patches even do anything? They did one thing, right? I got like 1 extra energy, but I never got that first Coalossal to get to the GMAX boulder anyway. So functionally, that didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then the other one was to the Crobat because it was going to be later on. I could get to the Sirfetch'd and that'd be fine. But like ultimately, that one didn't do anything either. So, like, yeah, you could say, oh, you got 2 heads, you can't complain. It's like they didn't actually do anything though. Right?
Yeah, so those heads didn't count. They didn't do much.
Like, they didn't do anything. I guess we didn't get to the stone fighting energy earlier either, being able to reduce the damage down just a bit. We've seen how annoying that could be for this before. That is the only reason you put a Vitality Band in the deck, is because of the stone fighting energy screwing you over last time. So,
yeah, just weird. Partially that was just weird damage map in general that counter can make.
Yeah.
And it's an Inteleon target.
I almost took the Jirachi out for another phone, but I don't think that would have actually helped, to be fair.
That is not meant to be a thing.
What's up?
That's a Giratina, not a bunny.
Yeah.
Oh! Right, I
Yeah.
see. So yeah, you ended up having 4 of these as opposed to 3 in a Giratina. I see. I mean, the Giratina would have potentially been annoying. I had basic energy for a lot of the game, but yeah, it would have been annoying. It would have mattered, right? Because you would have.
I discarded
I
the
can
bunny,
see
didn't I?
you discarded
But I had
2.
two in hand.
You discarded 2, like right in the early game. You had 1, discarded 2. This
Yeah,
is the. I can see it too. This is saying Giratina Unified Minds on the thing, but like, yeah, it's coming up as a Cinderace. That's fine. I mean, 4 is not. It's not even unreasonable.
It would have worked out. Discarded that, not a bunny. Yeah, this load works. Why is that one not working?
Weird. Absolutely weird.
Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to poke around with this later. Don't delete this deck. I want to poke around with it.
Sure. Functionally, it doesn't matter, because it's like, yeah, we had 4, that's perfectly fine. It's, like, 4 is not an unreasonable thing to play, because starting it is not bad here, right? You've got 3 stadiums to give it 0 retreat, you can then get out to the Volcanion if you go in second. So it's, like, not even that bad of a starter, to be honest. So, I don't even think playing 4 is incorrect, to be fair.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, it's just. I put the Giratina as like the one change that's testing because I looked at the matchups against the fire decks and realised that thanks to counting energy, I actually need it.
Yeah, Tina is pretty good at the moment for a lot of decks, to be fair.
So I ended up putting a fire for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Seems to have worked out.
I mean, we saw exactly what this can do. It's got your giant 240 hit, but the problem is it's really hard to accelerate fighting energy at the moment. It's triple fighting too, so you can't even really do like the Coalossal deck, right? Because you accelerate a fire and a fighting energy from the discard pile. So you can technically do it, but it's still really bad too, because it's like only 1 Coldest ping on this thing. And I mean, its first attack is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not good enough to get it by itself, right? So
yeah, 130 just isn't the damage you want.
130 into 240 is pretty solid, but yeah, it's still kind of rough. You can't, yeah. Oops.
Pretty much what it needs to.
Yeah, it's the fourth energy makes it so awkward at that point for it. But I mean, hey, doing 130 a turn is not unreasonable to start with here for 1 energy, right? So that's one of the higher damage output to energy ratios we have at the moment, I think. So like, the problem is then we don't really have the healing that works with it right now, because like Hyper Potion, you've got to discard 2. Malolana discarding from the hand is like fine. And Malolana is probably okay. It's just how do you fit it in here, right? Because you saw it was already hard enough consistency-wise with what I had. Jirachi is a bit of a double-edged thing here. I don't know if I like it, to be honest, but I also wouldn't be able to use the other Rachi in here because it puts itself to sleep. So you have to then play the switch for it. We can't play scoop up net stuff in here. It's not going to work. So that's a bit of a shame. And the Sirfetch'd is awesome, but we just didn't have a space to use it there, realistically, because I had to burn 2 switch at the start of the game, right? Maybe we could put a Bird Keeper or something in, but again, how are we finding space? Usually these turbo patches are Crushing Hammer to try and disrupt and keep, like, I guess, keep pace that way. Once again, functionally would have done jack shit here. you had all the energy you needed from the very start of the game, so functionally it would have done nothing. So I don't think it was a problem here. Maybe
At any point in the game, I could have just drew that off a Fire Crystal as well.
Exactly. So yeah, it really didn't do anything there. And yeah, I mean that was mostly that. I think Dedenne being prized really sucked. that's the main bit. Like not being able to unbrick myself with that Pecan mid game was dire to say the least. Which is a shame, but hey, it happens sometimes. It's a cool deck at the very least. It's just not particularly strong if we're being realistic about it. But that's kind of Vivid Voltage in a nutshell. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all metas in a nutshell. It's like there's like a couple of like good decks, like it's gone now, but the Zacian LucMetal, the Eternatus and Pikarom, and then like what Zacian ADP I guess is still relevant.
It's like, how the hell is Pikarom even still good, considering it's lost like all of the power components to it, right? It's so wild to think about.
Nothing's come out to challenge it, really, has it? It's like, what's replaced it? Like,
yeah, I mean, in that for the role it has, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I say
Battle Styles will at least knock it down at the egg.
It'll
bears,
punch it,
fighting deck, that kind of thing.
Punch its lights out, yeah. Yeah, no, this deck's cool. I'm fine with it. It's just not like particularly strong, but that's totally okay.
Don't believe that one. It's a bug. I want to look
yeah, that's why I haven't done that stuff.
I have to look inside so it doesn't get in the way of anything. Okay. I'll go into me and.
I know you won anyway in the end, but still sorry for being a bit of a sack with the coin tosses there. I think I was 4 for 4 in terms of heads in that game, right? I recovered from burn both times and got 2 turbo badges, so a bit of a sack, but you know, it is how it is, I guess.
Let's go Tails.
It's gotta happen sometime, right? Yep, there you go.
I will go first.
Okay. Well, that is a whole load of nothing once again with that.
Yep.
So that be one. Unfortunate. And yeah, regrettably.
Yep.
This can happen with it. I mean, it's not like no basics in this deck, but it's certainly not as high a count as a lot of them have been, so like this can happen sometimes. Yeah, I think that's everything we've got to start with, so yeah, and that's the problem, isn't it? Alright, we'll see if we can do anything in this matchup, I suppose.
Patch energy and pass.
Right, okay, we will draw. Well, I have my own one, so I guess we'll put that down. Aromatic Grass on there, you've not got a special condition, so it won't really matter, but yeah, read that just in case. Recover some specials. I think it was played solely because, as Pepper was telling us, the Poison, what's his face, this Galarian Slowbro was coming into the Eternatus decks, right? So it was like, because Hiding Darkness makes it go for 0, so I can see it. I have Marnie, I'm gonna have to just use that here.
That is an exceptionally good Marnie.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. Get a 5. Slightly annoying, but it's fine. I have a Quick Ball, I'm just not sure what exactly I want to discard here, just not knowing. Frustratingly, I don't have a way of getting this out for 0, so like even going for what I want to here doesn't necessarily help. I think it's probably... That feels really bad. If I see what I think I'm going to see, this is going to feel bad, but I'm going to get rid of Tool Scrapper here.
Sure if I'm running anything that would...
You might not be, which would be helpful for me, but...
Yeah, I don't think I'm that hard into that side of what's happening here.
I don't... See, the thing is, I don't think this is going to die next turn anyway, so, like, even though I can't manually switch to it without losing my energy, I think it's still probably fine to get the Snorlax out here. Just seeing... God, prize 2 of those, really? Okay, probably for the best that I didn't discard what I was thinking of then. That's fine. Yeah, that's also prize. If I remember... I don't actually know if I'm playing 2 of them. I know one of those is prized, that's annoying. Alright, seems reasonable. And then since we are going second, we do have the attack. We will strafe for 20 and switch to the Lax.
We'll touch our own aromatic energy.
Yep.
Rylett. Birdkeeper.
Yeah. Draw free.
Evolution Incense.
It's pretty good.
Can we do anything with it right now? Is the question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Drizzile, Shady Dealings.
Yep.
Any trainer card.
Certainly is fun, isn't it? Being able to just go infinite power almost. Just being like, I just want this now.
Things I'm not entirely sure what I should grab here. I think I should play it safe and grab draw for next turn.
That is not the right thing. That's fine. Yeah, so I mentioned the evolution stuff before.
Sorry, there's some really bad lag.
That's okay. I mentioned the evolution stuff before. One of them sees play. It's the Jolteon so that it stops this guy when it actually gets popular. Yep, Marnie's fine.
Grab Marnie. I've attached for turn.
Yep.
I've used Birdkeeper. We will wind shard your own Rylett.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Makes sense. Gets that out of the way. Alright, we will draw. Would you believe me if... Would you believe me if I told you I just drew Birdkeeper off of that? That's so funny. The other funny thing is I nearly put a second one of these in too, but I haven't this time around, so it's fine. Capture energy.
I have to respect it as something that can damage me later on.
No, it's completely fine and, again, totally respectable. But yeah, it's just so funny that I ended up being the drop there.
Burb on burb violence.
I think we just get Orbeetle first here. Probably just need to establish as many of these as we can.
I'm just gonna get some of these out just in case we need them.
Yeah, we'll eventually get there, but for now, not so much. We are just gonna Mani ourselves here. You've already shown a one, obviously, so
Yep.
we'll just do that. That doesn't do much this turn. Which is annoying. We have obviously attached, so that's also kind of annoying. I don't think there's much of a reason to play a ton of them here. Yeah, I'm chilling. We'll Gorman Dice for 2.
One card off. Touch of grass energy in Marnie.
Okay. 4.
However, this is everything. Rare candy.
Yep.
Decidueye.
She's unfortunately immune to, like, everything, damage-wise. Which is basically everything from here, so...
Inteleon.
Yep, that one gets 2.
Skip up.
Yep.
Will not play the Evo Incense while I dig it. I'll just grab draw for next turn. Evo Incense? And go ahead.
Well, at least you didn't have the
Already played
energy, I
some
suppose. You did, you
Well, I
married.
already attached for turn.
Right, okay.
Grass.
Fair dues, yeah, for some reason I thought you'd already... Nah, never mind. I thought it was a different way around. Okay, well I have the VMAX, so there's at least that.
I'm just gonna get these up and running.
Yep, we are gonna switch, so there will be that. Whilst this is active per turn, I don't even have to switch into it, by the way. It's just I get to do this whilst it's active once a turn. That's actually kind of neat. I didn't realize it was that way at first. I thought you had to switch into it, like, you know, the Glycopod, etc. But no, it's not that way at all. We're going to boss in the Dartrix. Because I think taking out the energy... I mean, I guess taking this guy out is probably kind of good too. It's just like, if this evolves into Decidueye next turn as well, then I'm probably screwed, right? And it's so annoying, because I know... Like, obviously just leaving Inteleon kind of gets you there, but at the same time, like, yeah, I just have to... I think I just have to do it as is. Besides, I can't even kill this anyway because it's not weak to grass, so like it's got no energy on it. I can't actually kill it. So if I want to take a prize, this is the only way I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna shove Weakness Guard energy down here just to get an attach off as well, and we will G-Max Wave for the 150 to get the KO here. Just like really wishing that was a capture energy, to be honest. I mean, one card short of what I need to do here, but yeah. Because you wouldn't be able to do what you're about to do here if I could have gotten my other one down. Yep.
Aromatic, Quick Ball, discarding Snorlax.
Mm-hmm.
Bird Keeper.
Okay, yep.
Not 100% sure, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
make sure that nothing iffy happens. Inteleon.
Yep.
Sense.
Okay, yep. That Violet did just go down this turn, so...
Evil Incense?
Mm-hmm. You're really quiet with that, by the way. I don't know if you're just mumbling
Sorry.
with stuff or not, yeah.
I want to grab get this healthier.
Yep. That gives you one more trainer. Okay.
Marty. And Splitting Arrow.
So 90 to active, 20 to 2 bench.
Well, there's only 2 bench, so
Exactly.
go ahead.
But I'm just saying that is what it does. It's 20 to 2 bench. Alright, we will draw. I mean, that's pretty funny, but I kind of wish I could do it slightly better. Yeah, it's kind of annoying to have to do it this way round. Well, I guess there's no reason not to at least put the damage counters down, so we'll use our Eerie Beam here. So I just have a pretty awkward hand to do what I want to do here. I guess that does something, but oh, it feels so bad doing it that way though. Do I even have a choice is the thing. God, I'm sorry. There's a lot of freaking planes going around at the moment with this stuff. I mean, obviously we're near the air base, etc., but they're just doing a lot of stuff recently with that. So sorry for the loudness.
I'm waiting for a truck to drive past my window right now.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna
Or the
suck.
Pepper Classic.
The frustrating thing
I
is
thought-
I know with Rare Candy in hand, doing this is just not great. But what other choice do I even have with it here? Gonna have to... I guess I'm gonna have to pay retreat if I do it that way. I know you've got money, but I think I probably still need to Gormandize anyhow. Alright, lass, I'll take this. We're gonna quick ball the Guzmahala, and we are going to grab ourselves a boss target. We're gonna grab ourselves the Mr. Mime here. Last card is the Orbeetle VMAX. That's why I was like, I could have Guzmahala gotten capture energy and like U-turn board Turfield, but if I put Turfield down and I just give you Decidueye with a rare candy in hand, right? I really want to do that, so I'm gonna just pay the 1 to retreat to here because I've already used the power, and I'm gonna Gormandize for the 7.
Fair.
It's not like I can attack anyway, right? So.
Quick ball discarding Sobble.
Yep. So until you get rid of the the Mr. Mime, you can't use Scoop Up Net. So that at least slows down this turn, given the evolution state here.
Field search.
Yep.
Still want it down for the health.
Yeah,
Shitty
that's
dealers.
totally fair. Yeah. Not like I can do much about it at the moment.
Because it might just still be worth it to boss this thing.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is if you do, then you can probably just work around everything anyway, so yeah. Uh-huh.
Boss in the mime.
Because that's the thing, it's like, what am I supposed to do, right?
Shoot the mime and put it on both the Orbeetles.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the most blatant counter deck in the universe with this stuff here, and you can't even feign innocence on this one because you knew that this is basically the only other deck I'm gonna play. So, you know, there's nothing realistically I can do. Yeah, I'm wasting everyone's time with it here. Fuck you. Whatever. You can't feign innocence on this one, be like, oh, I didn't know, because you fucking did. Like, this is the only other deck that I have, so you knew what was coming in with this, you knew it was going to be a counter deck. So, that said, I prized two Birdkeeper as well, so, like, I couldn't even do anything to start with to kill you, so I also still got really unlucky with this as well, unfortunately. Like, this obviously existed.
Played
It's
the other thing I
Decidueye.
was going to have a look at, and then the other one was Seeking, and that just sounds like no fun for anyone.
Well, neither's this, but, you know, whatever. Again, this existed. It's bad, but it existed. The only reason it's even playable is because there's nothing that isn't a Pokemon VMAX that's actually playable in the first place. So, that is just it. But, yeah, there's nothing more to say. This card is absolute dog shit, but it gets played solely because it can potentially be like the one counter thing in the entire game at the moment. It's it just is how it is.
Oh, that is a lot of loading. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with your stuff today, but
Like, this is the other thing, and I don't think this is anything really.
well, that's because it's not. But yeah. Realistically, this doesn't ever beat what I was playing there, though, is the thing, right? Because
Yeah,
what are
it
you
was
supposed to
either
do?
play something that does nothing, or play the annoying counter thing.
Yeah. I mean, it just is how it be with it in the end. There's not much to really say with it. I mean,
think we all agreed that Santa Scorch is dog shit.
well, yeah, man, none of us like. I mean, I didn't like it. That's for sure. Just deck is just feels really bad to me. Obviously, Center Scorch wouldn't have been much better with it here, but at least I've got Weakness Guard energy, but that just... No, I mean, it's fine. If I put the Weakness Guard energy down, it's probably fine, because this guy does a ton of damage for the energy that you have on you, right? So, like, Center Scorch, if it can't hit for weakness, probably doesn't beat this, actually, which is hilarious,
Yep.
when you think about it.
And I don't think Santa Scorch is playing Giratina.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if my Santa Scorch is playing Giratina.
That's fair. Yeah, so obviously it's just you don't take damage from stuff. That's more or less it. And if you don't take damage, then you can't like lose. The problem is this still loses to the main deck in the format of Eternatus, right? And it probably doesn't usually, it wouldn't to the build you played, but it can just lose to the Zacian LucMetal stuff too, because they have
Okay.
Yeah, they have an Aegislash that just shreds through this. So like it's not even a good counter deck, right? That's why I'm kind of annoyed with it in a way, because it's like it isn't even good at what it does. It's a stage 2 is really annoying to like go through that. I mean, obviously there is the Drizzle setup that's there, but it's a stage 2 that's like super annoying to have to go through in the first place. It does basically nothing, but it also doesn't beat the decks it's supposed to beat, right? Because it doesn't beat the LucMetal if they just like they know this exists. If they just play the one Aegislash, then you just lose on the spot, right? Because I mean it's 130, but with the amount of damage reduction that they have on, you're not doing any damage in that matchup, right? Literally no damage.
Does metal go back to resisting grass this time? Or is
Oh, does it ever? So you can't touch Zacian whatsoever if they have the goggles on and the full metal wall is being used. You literally can't touch them.
Yeah, what it's doing is Aegislash if it gets that set up, because that's also resistant to grass.
Yep. Aegislash takes nothing. Your bench damage does nothing either, because the LucMetal protects all metal Pokemon, right? So your 20 to the bench doesn't even do anything, so like that just hard loses. The Inteleon would do 60, I suppose, but then it just dies in one shot to the Brave Blade or anything, or Heavy Impact. So like that doesn't do anything. So you literally can't beat like the best deck in the format, even though it's a fully VMAX deck, which is stupid. And your Eternatus matchup, it depends how many things they play with it, but if it's anything close to what I was doing, then you probably don't beat that matchup either, right? Because Derail is really good, the Assault Gate is really good, Zigzagoon Pings will get the damage where it needs to be, so, like, to me, it's not even good as a counter deck, which is what makes it more annoying that it's, like, the only, that I just couldn't do anything with this, right? Again, probably doesn't help that going second, and also prizing 2 Birdkeeper would have at least killed your Rowlet that had the energy attached to it at the first turn if I had any semblance of like access to that. So that doesn't help.
Bird on bird violence is very common, unfortunately.
It is kind of funny because like, so my one real change from this one we had before is I put the 3rd U-turn board in instead of the Pokédoll. Didn't see a single one of these either. One of them was prized, but like yeah, didn't have access to that either. So yeah, a little bit. You could say a little bit unfortunate, but whatever. Yeah, it's like the Pokédoll would have at least potentially saved a turn or two with the stuff here, but obviously doesn't help that much. I get my only sort of hope in the end is that you just like burn so many scoop up nets and stuff that eventually I could get things down, but I don't think I can outlive the damage that's going. It's weird, isn't it? Because it's like I probably could have kept playing and we could have been here for another 3/4 of an hour and I might have been able to squeak the game out solely because of having 2 Malolana, 2 Cynthia Caitlyn, right? Like, I could have probably squeaked it out eventually. With switching to these, you can't kill the Snorlax in one shot. These guys take like 4, 5, 6, 7 turns to kill, right? So, like, I could have probably kept going between 2 of them, making it really difficult for you to actually get the prizes. But I'm not wasting that much time for everything here, realistically. The only salvation really would have been the fact if you'd already used, I think, 3 scoop-up nets by that point, or you were going to use your 3rd one. So, like, maybe I can just force it that way, but it's not worth the time, to be honest. The card is cool though, for sure. Like, against a normal thing, it's like not too unreasonable, right? Getting the little damage counter spread is fine. It's only a 2 energy attack, so even though we're a manual attached deck, it's still not that bad. And VMAX Wave punishes a lot of decks that have really high sort of energy output, right? This does 200 to Pikarom if they don't attach to themselves, which is like a reasonable sort of benchmark, right? Even Zacian is taking quite a bit from this here. Probably need another tool scrapper if you want to go in with that matchup though, because you have 5 tools that just stop me damage counter spreading. What's that?
What happens to all this stuff when it returns to regular size?
Disappears into the ether. I don't know. Yeah, it's the...
Poor Bugsy.
Yeah. Oh, Bugsy disappears too. Good riddance. Stupid Cypher and Heart Gold Soul Silver U-turn spamming everywhere.
I mean, at least it has a decent bug-type move for once.
I'm just saying, people think that Whitney is the hardest. It's like, nah. That Cypher with U-turn is absolutely absurd for how early it is. I don't remember.
Disagree.
Does it have Technician as well? I don't actually remember, because I know it doesn't affect U-turn.
Probably.
It would affect Quick Attack, so... Because if it doesn't have Technician, it would have Swarm, so if you don't KO it, then it gets even stronger with a U-turn, right? So...
Let's see.
Well, it is Technician.
So its Quick Attack is 60 base power too. Like I said, good freaking runs. This guy's annoying. You can see the sort of tech stuff here. Not every version of this deck played it though. The free techs that we have, the Mime can prevent healing from like being able to pick up the card, so it is strictly like anti sort of intel bit. The Rowlet is... Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The Rowlet isn't always used, but because we play so many Bird Keepers, since we lack other switching options for the stuff, right?
60 is a decent ping to have.
Oh yeah, it's a good one for sure. Ideally, what you want to have set up here is 3 of these guys, right? And you go like U-turn board, switch out one, use a switching card to get to the third one. The third one then gets to do its attack, right? And you spread 30 damage across the board at the time. That's the situation you're trying to set up. Obviously, it doesn't happen very well against what was shown there, but, you know. The other thing is the Mimikyu, right? Being able to block bench healing is specifically...
There it is!
It's specifically gross versus Mallow and Lana, because the heal happens when they're on the bench, not when they're in the active spot. So, when you switch and discard your 2, you're not going to heal because you're getting jammed by this. So... yeah, not every deck played this. I saw one that was just on none of the tech stuff here. It was just on the 2 lax and the 4/4 here, which is perfectly fine. But I think all of these techs are worth it in the right sort of spot. So, specifically, yeah, there are some heal stuff with it. It doesn't stop that Calming Hurricane thingy from the Raw Eggs, right? Because that heals itself and that's in the active. But, you know, can't have everything. And that thing needs a lot of energy, which means it gets punted by VMAX Wave. So, yeah, it's totally fine. I think reasonable deck. Not a great one. There aren't really great ones coming out of this set, but at least it's like interesting. Unfortunately,
the Tech would agree with you.
The what's up?
The Seeking deck would agree with you.
yeah. That's
the amount of weird stuff I've looked into to find something to just bulk out my numbers.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is the Leon Charizard that like I didn't really care much for myself, but I was thinking it's a single price thing.
List for it.
That's it. Yeah, because it didn't have any tournament success, right? So it's hard to see that way. But yeah, I mean, counter matchups happen. It's unfortunate. It's just annoying in a way because I've noticed how like bad this is into the other stuff that it's supposed to beat, right? Like I suppose, does it even? No, it technically does beat Sense Scorch, right? Because what does that have to hit this? Like 1 Volcanion, maybe? I don't think there's much in that deck that actually touches this, right?
It also makes Mew Mew quite sad.
Yeah, because they've stopped using shred-based attacks, haven't they? So... Unless they've got that Greninja, I guess that would work.
Is the usual.
2, okay.
The Mew Mews are generally electric build these days.
Yeah, which means they've foregone their Shred style attack in the Greninja, so I could see it, yeah.
They also have a crown to attack the bench with. So you pick off
Zacian
all that
AD...
shit and stuff.
Does Zacian ADP have anything?
I mean, it's a Zacian and an ADP, right? So probably
I
not.
think that just wins by rushing you down with double price takes and boss.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna boss the Intels, right? Yeah.
But if you manage to get the one Decidueye up and nothing there, they're just...
Yeah, we don't have
Sitting ducks.
canceling clone yet, so we can't nullify this. How sad would you be at that point? It's like, great, I'm down to just a one Decidueye.
They seem to be running more wild GX sometimes.
So I guess they could maybe
yeah, they're
force
running
your
it
hand.
normally.
Yeah, so they could like
Yeah, they're
force
more
you
wild.
if you have any Pokemon in hand at any point, they like basics.
I suppose they could also... Could they also run the Aegislash?
Oh, they could.
They don't seem to.
Yeah, they could, but I guess this genuinely isn't enough of a threat to care about, right? Which I guess
Fair.
makes sense because again, like I've already outlined, like two of the other best decks in the room just don't care about it, right? So what do? You know?
Also, they run Baby Guru, which actually trades into this to get the first shot. Because it hits for 70.
That's so funny. Yeah.
And there's the ice cream truck.
Yeah, obviously sorry for kind of being a bit annoyed with the stuff there, but it's just like I couldn't really see anything that wasn't going to take like an hour that was even reasonable to do there.
I didn't really have anything else that I wanted to show, and I thought it was neat, and it turns out, no, not really.
I mean, it's... Hey, these decks happen with this stuff, right? I mean, how many times did we see that Sigilif come up, right, in the past? It's similar sort of bit. I think the problem at the moment, and we've been talking about this a lot off stuff here, the big problem is that there's effectively nothing that's worth playing that isn't a V or a VMAX, right? Or the tag team. Like there isn't a single one prize deck that's actually worth playing at the moment. Even
the Muppets from last gen, like the Spiritomb.
Yeah, and even that, as we've seen today, probably not worth playing.
Yeah, it probably comes back later when Shadow Rider comes in. They're gonna eat that for breakfast, but
yeah, Shadow Rider I don't think was actually very successful in the end either, which is funny. Like, compared to what you would expect based on reading it. But it's not quite a Reshiram, but it's not far off it.
I feel like it exists for a bit, and then everyone just immediately pans over to, oh, there's Mew.
Yeah, it lasts for a couple of sets. I think it got 4 top 8 in a Players Cup. 4?
Yeah, it's not awful. It just isn't. It isn't the like meta warping super threat tier that you would expect it to be when you read what it does, right? That's probably the best way of putting it.
Sometimes cards are underwhelming.
Yeah, like Pikarom.
Even
no,
when they shouldn't be.
Not Pikarom, Reshiram. Pikarom feels underwhelming now, right? Considering it took like...
That's not necessarily its fault.
No, it's not.
It's had a hard rotation.
And it also it's also very vulnerable in comparison now with how much damage it takes, right?
Just looking at that Players Cup, it got 4 top 8, but of the others, there's a Weavile Dark Box, 2 ADP Moltres, and a Spiritomb.
Yeah, so...
It's in a very dark environment.
Can't terastallize out of it yet either. Oh god, Regulation G.
The winner of that event was the one Urshifu Inteleon in the thing as well.
Terra Gross Grimnay. Disgusting.
Regulation G, man, it's gonna be a thing.
I
thought
Kyogre was gonna be bad.
People are saying Kyogre's like B tier or something at the moment, so there you go.
Which is wild in itself.
Yeah, like A or B tier, there you go. Yeah, no, again, the problem with this at the moment though, unlike, compared to something like Sableye, not even Sableye, Sigilif, is that there just isn't really anything worth playing that, like, natively deals with it in, like, most decks, right? Like, I could have maybe gotten an energy, I don't know, like, Body Slam's too expensive in here, really, isn't it? But, like, That's the sort of thing, is like, there's nothing I could really do to damage it here. There's nothing I could play that would make it possible either, realistically. So...
And I'm not even running the ability blocking stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it's just... there's just a problem with it, really, is that it isn't a good card, and the decks that are good do just natively have outs to beat it, but most of the time, like, there isn't really anything you would run, like, typically in like normal stuff, I suppose, that isn't just like I don't know, like Spiritomb doesn't beat this either when you think about it, does it? Realistically. Because Splitting Arrow probably makes
we
it...
can eat it alive.
Yeah, because like what do? You get up to the damage to KO this thing, and then it's like, well, I guess you don't have Tool Scrapper, so maybe Caper Toughness could be a thing, but it's like, okay, I'm going to boss one of your other ones up that hasn't got as much damage on it yet, and I'm going to Splitting Arrow kill the ones that you've gotten to enough damage to kill this thing. Right? So, you know, you probably still don't win even with that. To say nothing of the fact of Sky Circus will just do
Donphan
it.
Grass Week or Water Week?
Yeah, it's Grass Week.
Grass Week.
So
that's
Yeah,
not
and
great
Earthquake
either.
failed to kill because, again, one prizes are terrible right now.
Uh-huh. And that's one of the better ones, isn't it, realistically, at the moment?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's Donphan Prime with a little more health.
mm-hmm. It's not even much more either. It's functionally 10 more. Oh, it's so sad.
Going down the list of things people play with one prizes, it's like Blacephalon, Mad Party, which, you know...
Yeah, Mad Party
Decidueye
probably
nonsense,
get... Yeah.
and this.
You probably shred Mad Party with this, don't you? Because even just the early game Sky Circus into the Windshard into the latest or the Splitting Arrow just gets it right. So that's probably not good.
I guess there's Munchak's control if you count that, but laugh.
No.
I can't wait until we get the better Mad Party that is the ancient Pokemon.
Yeah, battering party. Yeah.
Old Party.
Yeah. I guess that's about it. That's all I've really got to say for this stuff. Again, sorry for kind of being a bit annoyed with a bit that way, but I recognize, again, like, I guess it's the same for basically every deck we show with it today, apart from the Doggo Jackal thing, is just like, there wasn't really much that was good that we didn't already play last time round. So,
Yep.
you know, like I wasn't about to bring Eternatus stuff in myself again because I already gave you my list for that before, and not much would have to change realistically. Well. It certainly did. Would also kind of be very gross into this actually when you think about it, with how much I had that just does it against this sort of thing.
Yep.
So like that obviously doesn't help. And then yeah, Coalossal was fine. It just not the best deck out there, obviously. I've played with this Cinderace before in Rebel Clash, actually, and it was kind of neat then, but didn't have it with the Inteleon stuff, I don't think. I just played it as is, but, like, it's fine. It's just, again, it's there, right? It's not ridiculous, but it is still, like, neat, so, you know, there's at least that going for it.
I'm not sure if it's better than, it would be better than Snorlax, realistically. Like,
Yeah.
they're both probably about the same level.
Yeah.
This deck should have been played two sets ago, but that was a new set week for me, and
Yep.
took effort to build.
Yep. And then, well, I don't think we need to say much about this one. It did not work very well, did it? Unfortunate.
How much of that is what I was playing, though?
Not even sure, to be honest. Like, the damage reduction stuff is kind of annoying, but would it have done any better into anything else that was played this week? Really?
That's
You
the problem.
certainly don't beat this, right? 'Cause, I mean, obviously, Donphan doesn't like it, but just thinking I can just spread to KO the things you're trying to bump up. So
Yeah.
you certainly don't beat this. You don't. I don't know if you even beat the Cinderace stuff, to be honest, because this just seems pretty reasonable into it as well, right? So, like, I don't even know if you beat this.
Just even at its max potential, it's capped
Yeah.
at about 300, 310.
Well, it can't.
Yeah,
certainly
with,
can't
with
hit.
Cape,
Yeah, 310 if you get like the full 10 damage counters down on it because it's 110 HP, which still isn't enough.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like just short. Maybe if we had the ace spec cape.
Yeah, it's plus 100. That would do it.
Yeah.
Gotta get all the damage on, and it's not easy right now.
Yeah.
Well, you would have damage mover. The thing that Gengar, the Gengar
Yeah. There's damage. I think it is damage pump is the thing. I know the one you mean. I think
there was two similar ones.
Yeah, mover I think
Mover
is the
was
Gen.
black.
Yeah, mover's the Gen 7 one if I remember rightly. That's like
That's in Shining Legends. I don't think
Yeah.
it stayed.
no. But damage pump is the move 2 of your damage counters on one of your mons to your other mons in any way that you like. Because they used it with the Hisuian Zoroark.
That's in Lost Origin. That's not for a while.
Yeah. It's like I used that
Yeah,
with
it's
Hisuian.
unfortunate, but that would be the sort of way to do it if this was still around.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's what the Jinx is supposed to be for, right? But, yeah.
Quite slow.
It is a little. I think it's just like you need 2 of them in play or something, don't you, realistically? Which is hard to do. But yeah, like, I don't think this would have done... I mean, you certainly obviously don't beat the thing down here either, because, I mean, I guess you've got Donphan a little bit, but...
Yeah, that is terrible, and
Yeah.
because of the weakness.
It
Bird
just...
Keeper is also very sad.
Yeah, you do 120, it's not dying in one hit, but, like, it's pretty close. And obviously...
I mean, I can eat
That
the
too.
Spiritombs.
That's true. Like, you could still kind of work around that a bit. And it's like, well, I mean, when you get to the Decidueye, it's just Splitting Arrow just does the same thing I was on about with the Orbeetle, right? It's just like you snip around it. I think one of the biggest issues with this is just the fact of the damage, like, you need damage on it, but you can't afford to have damage on it because you don't have the bit, you have to have Mew down at that point. But then, where is all this space coming from? Because you need, like, what, 2-3 of these? You might have led a Donphan to start with just because of the damage aspect early on, and maybe a Gormandize has gone down. You definitely need a Jinx down if you want to keep this going at a good pace. So, like, where's the space coming from, right? So I don't think you could win here even if Donphan didn't read Wheat to Grass. I don't think you'd win here anyway. So, like, I don't think this deck did anything to anyone this round. Nobody played Pikarom, so that's the only thing you beat, right?
It's aiming at Pikarom, like big VMAX decks, really, especially the fighting weak ones. But like, I looked at the data on it; it's not even good into them. It might be because the builds were bad, but
that probably doesn't help.
That's not even 6-4 into Pikarom.
Yeah, it's like it's so sad, isn't it? Anyway, if you've managed to keep watching this or listening this long, well, thank you for coming to our TED Talk, I guess. But always fun podcasting a bit at the end of this, right?
It's not great.
Yeah. The funny thing is, there are cards in here that are worth talking about way later down the line, right? I did mention that during the set description video stuff. There are reasons to revisit a couple of the things here when we eventually get wilder support for it. But for now, this is about as good as it gets, I'm afraid. And
Welcome to the Cyberdark impact of Pokemon.
That's not far off. It's not. I think Cyberdark Impact was a bit more impactful, but it's not far off.
You know that when you're saying that.
Oh, I know. Instant Fusion alone is probably better than any of the cards in this set.
Barrier Statue.
Jane Burn was absolutely Cyberdark.
God, don't remind me. Ah, dear. Fucking, Sivo's still playing that from time to time in Prague. And they're up in, they passed Breakers of Shadow at this point. It's ridiculous.
I heard that maliciousness is back.
Yeah, it is.
I think we need to end the video now.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. And next time it should be a bit more positive at the very least. We'll see